Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Give me 2 seconds. Want to make sure the audio is working properly. Dog's having problems today. Hello. Okay. All right, guys. We are live in a few seconds here. Just testing to make sure microphones are working.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Let's get this ball on the road. It's late night time. It's late night. Oh, my microphone's going to come off my damn pole here.
So long as I don't hear that drives me crazy.
Oh, this one?
That one's worse.
Okay. All right. Boom. Hey, guys. What's up? And let's do a little party. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's party time. Party time.
Loves that
Wahoo.
squirrel.
I love my squirrel. I'm squirreled and he's squirreled.
But ask him if he's ever had a pet squirrel.
No, hell no.
And ask him if he wants one.
No.
Yeah, see?
No. And no.
That day will change.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. Try again. Nope. Uh-uh. No. No, no. All right. So, all right, Squirrely. Bye-bye. Hey, doodles. All right. So, what's happening, everybody? It's happy hour time. Late night on the Sammitized channel.
Sammitized.
Sammitized.
That's Sammy.
And that's Kimmy. Over there somewhere.
Yeah. Here.
I can never tell which way my camera's going to
I'm
roll.
over here.
I'm over there.
This way.
Yeah, it's that way. There we go. Okie dokie. So, what a day today has been. Yes. So, thank you for the ones that are going to be here tonight, the ones that are not here yet. So, Brother James is at a
Little people wrestling event.
they call it a micro wrestling event.
Yes.
Micro wrestling. Okay. Can you get any more politically correct than that? Micro wrestling. Yeah, he was going live about, I don't know.
It was about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. So, he wanted me to go. It sounds like, now, the fact of a micro wrestling event sounds funny, but actually going to a micro event, I'm glad he did the live thing because now I don't feel bad that I couldn't go because he showed what it's supposed to be like.
Well, those events are always hyped up. I mean, I've gone to in Sarasota. They used to have this strongman type.
Right.
It was basically bare knuckles boxing.
Okay.
I mean, and I went with my dad. I begged to go, and I can remember my mom and dad sitting there and going, "Kim, it's like people fighting but without gloves." And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "There's going to be blood." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. Well,
You know.
and
So
it's kind of
there's
weird,
always my point to that is there's always a hype guy, you know, like that intro guy.
Yeah, but
and they don't show all the crap on TV
Yeah.
because they need viewership and they got to fit time in for the commercials. But
my problem is
Yeah.
with the whole thing is simple. Okay, I don't like wrestling.
fair enough.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
So right there, you've drawn the line.
I have put the line in the sand
Yeah,
way
that's
before
it.
everybody else.
It's okay.
And I'll tell you, oh my, That's all I'm gonna say is
Yeah.
Well, let me explain.
Uh-oh.
So, my brother-in-law,
Mhm.
I lived with him for a short time.
Brother-in-law?
Yes.
Stepbrother?
No, brother-in-law. Brother-in-law. You know, like the person married to your sister.
Oh, that brother-in-law. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, a brother-in-law. I lived with my brother-in-law for like a year, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
And during that time, it was with my father, and we're staying at my sister's house.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother-in-law was a freak when it came to wrestling. He was Vietnamese, little short guy, big muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And he just was enamored by wrestling.
Okay.
Like, he had to watch wrestling.
Wait,
So-
like Hulk Hogan wrestling?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
okay.
no, yeah, straight up. Oh yeah,
Right, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
snap into a Slim Jim, you know,
Yeah.
crazy
Randy Savage,
Randy
all
Savage,
that stuff,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So, I always liked Randy Savage, and of course, when you're a kid, you think Hulk Hogan's the greatest, which I don't think so much anymore. But I think he
Yeah,
made
I've lost some respect for him.
I think he made a little bit of money off of. Hey, get my hat. What the fuck is wrong with this hat?
I think you were wearing it crooked.
I know, but like trying to adjust it in the camera is like,
Yeah, you
it's
should-
like a fucking joke in itself. You're like, what am I doing? Oh, so anyway, so let's boost this up a little bit, make it a little faster, okay? Because we're both really tired. We've been working all day.
Yeah.
So long and short is that this is my work week end, and it just happened to get worse this week. But long and short is that I liked wrestling on TV, and he got me watching wrestling all the time.
Okay.
So I was watching this. So I was watching wrestling. And I just thought it was, you know, he would tell me about the guys, and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Right.
Half the time, you couldn't understand what he was talking about because he had a very
Strong accent.
strong dialect. Is
Yeah.
a PC correction there?
Okay.
Dialect. You couldn't understand his dialect.
Hmm.
In other words, you couldn't fucking speak English. But anyway,
He does pretty good now.
oh, he's great now. But back then, he wasn't as.
Your young ears
You're
didn't
talking-
discern what he was
You're
saying.
talking like this is like 30 plus years ago when he
Right.
first came to
Yeah.
the Americas. Aha. But anyway, so long and short is he's a great guy, and he decided that he was going to take him and I, and we're going to go to this wrestling event. And there's this place
Because he
called,
thinks you like it, and he's
Yes.
going to take you.
and well, I did like it.
Plus, he wants to go too.
Well, I did like it.
Oh, you did
At
like
the
it.
time, I
Okay.
did like it. This is
Okay.
this is the
Here we go. So he did like it, y'all.
Yeah. I was like 7 years old, but yes,
Okay.
I did like it. Yeah, 7, you're a little impressionable.
Okay, yes, you're absolutely right.
So there was a place called the Bayfront Center, and that was
Yep.
like where all the big events happen.
yes.
And this is before wrestling got into as big as it is now. And they would just tour
yeah, the area,
like different
the big
venues.
places, and yeah,
all over
right.
all over the country.
right.
Instead of like having a place and then doing videos.
You gotta
and-
stop that yawning stuff.
know.
You're making me yawn.
Sorry, it's 9:00. I'm a little tired. So anyway, so we get to the Bayfront Center, and we've got there's like 2 seats in front of us, 2 rows of seats in front of us. We're
Mhm.
that close to the stage.
Okay.
So I am just really overly excited about
Mhm.
this. So we get in there, and people are signing autographs, and everything's all great, and everybody's happy, and then the show starts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the show starts, and it's like, oh, and you see the guy take the one guy and throw him up against the wall, and then he bounces around, and
Mm-hmm.
they do their little whippity woo and their little bobbio and whatever the hell,
Right.
bouncy
all their
wouncies.
special moves, right?
Yeah, the jumping dumpity and flippity overty and spinning around your head thingy. Yeah.
Sure. The wacky with the chair move.
Yeah, the wacky with the chair move, drop you through the table, shit like that. Okay,
Okay.
they're all over the place. Okay,
Yeah.
and people are flying out, they're getting pulled back in, and then they're jumping out and rolling out, and then somebody's
Awesome.
chasing them around.
Yeah.
Good times. Then the main event comes out,
Uh-oh.
and they call these guys, the guys that were before are called jobbers. I don't know if you know. And this is a real term. In wrestling, there's jobbers and workers. Jobbers are these guys that are local guys that just are trying to get into the big show.
Okay.
So to make the show bigger and longer, so you want to come out and you know,
spend your money.
Yeah, because you're not going to spend your money like $30 or $20 on a ticket.
Right,
back
on
then,
a 15-minute.
on a 15-minute thing and walk
Right.
out.
Nope.
You know, people used to get pissed
For that.
when old Mike Tyson would just knock somebody out.
Right.
First
And then
round,
it was
third
over.
minute,
Right.
and then you're like,
yeah.
I just spent $300 for this ringside
For this
seat
ticket to watch this.
for you to
right.
go pow pow
Yeah.
bang bang and off
Right.
you go and count to
Poof.
10 or
Yeah.
whatever you count. to.
Right.
So anyway, so the main event starts, and I didn't understand. So I didn't understand that wrestling wasn't real, because the jobbers are out there working their ass off because they want to be on the big show.
They want to be these.
So they're
yeah.
going to show their shit right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when you get the big guys out there, I didn't realize this was just a business that had like a show, quote on show, show business. So I forgot who went out there. It was like a Hitman Hart or something like that. I don't remember.
It doesn't matter.
But anyway, well, it wasn't Randy Savage, and it wasn't Hulk or whatever, Hulkster or whatever
Right.
you call him.
It was a big name, just not anybody you can name right
I
now.
just don't remember.
That's okay.
And so the guy was, but he, I didn't particularly care for him back when I was, I thought he was supposed to be like the
right.
bad guy.
Oh, like Gravedigger or whatever. What was that guy's name?
No, it was like Randy the Hitman Hart or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
So anyway, I think that was the name of him. So
Okay.
anyway, he's there, and they got this jobber guy because it's Tampa, St. Pete is like, it's not a big city, so
Right.
they would take the jobber guys and have like Hitman Hart beat him up, and yay, and everybody's like cheering on the guy, you know. So he goes and he hits this guy in the head, and all of a sudden you see like this red shit on his head. And then the guy hits him a second time, and it's like, and then all of a sudden you see the other dude, and he takes his hand and he goes like this across his head. Now when the guy, this is what was funny. I have ADD, so I see, like, when I'm looking at something, I don't see the camera. That's why I don't stare in the camera a lot.
Okay.
I am looking at the camera, looking at the screen, looking at this, and look at this, look at this, look at this, all at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Because I can't focus on one thing in this room,
Okay.
and as much as I try to.
Okay.
Okay, makes you good at working on computers. Sucks in life.
Right.
So long and short is that being a little kid and not knowing I have this
Issue.
issue that's kind of like
Whatever.
your little
Yeah.
superpower in
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
I always used to call it my superpower because I'd always piss off the magicians and shit when we
Right.
would go
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'm watching the one guy hit and pull his hand back, and there's no blood. Then I look and there's no blood on the guy's forehead. Then I see this other guy, the jobber, take his hand and go across his face.
Now all of a sudden there's blood.
like, oh, that hurt so bad. And when his hand comes back, now there's blood. I'm like, what the fuck, right?
Wow. Yeah.
That's different.
Head wounds usually bleed pretty profusely because
Normally,
it's a
if
head
you
wound.
hit somebody, smack
Yeah.
somebody in the freaking head,
Right.
it's going to start bleeding.
Yes.
If it's going to bleed, it's
Right.
going to bleed
Like
right then.
immediately.
It's
Yeah.
not going to bleed.
It's not gonna take
the
a
guy's
second.
going to have something
Right.
on his hand when he walks away.
Right. On
Or
from the first
it's going
wipe.
to start
yeah.
coming out
Yes.
when he lifts
100%.
his hand up.
Yes.
One way or another, there's going to be something there.
Yes.
This guy had nothing there, and then all of a sudden the other guy goes, oh, and he puts his hand across and rubs it like this. Now he's got blood on his head. Like,
Where'd that come from?
and then
Yeah.
then it's like, then you hear the referee going, oh, we got to stop this because this is, oh, he's bleeding, and cut the commercial. okay, because they're videotaping this
Right, yeah, they're videoing
for
it.
live TV.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So, so that's where the disappointment comes in, because Sammy, that's looking all over and paying attention to everything,
Mm-hmm.
is seeing this guy with no blood on his face, hand, this guy with blood on his face and on his hand, like he just doused it in a big thing of ketchup.
Yeah.
And this guy with this cut, and he's taking a rag and it wipes right off. And then they take a little rag and put on his head, and then all of a sudden it stopped bleeding anymore. I don't know if you've ever gotten a cut on your head.
Yeah.
Your cut on your head, you don't, if it's a scratch, a little scratch,
Yeah.
you're not going to take a rag and go whoop,
No.
hold it for 2 seconds, and it's gone.
No, you got to hold it for quite a while.
Yeah, we're talking no like special powders,
Right.
like you use a shaving powder or something.
Right.
We're talking like wipe, hold water on it, boom, done.
That's what they did for this guy.
And I'm sitting there going,
And the blood was gone.
yeah. And now,
Just that quick.
Now, before the TV stopped, he's you got me, and everything else.
Okay.
When the camera went off, nothing. He's just sitting there.
Huh.
And I'm sitting there going, this is weird.
Yeah.
It's like a little light switch turned on, right? So then 3.5 minutes later, which is about
Yeah,
in the
commercial
commercials,
break, yeah.
they jump back up, and I wish I was lying.
Mm-hmm.
I see the guy pull his hand up like this, and now I notice what it is. He's got this little packet of shit that looks like ketchup in his hand, taped to the inside of his hand.
Okay.
And you couldn't see it before because the tape is like kind of a...
Like a flesh color or out color of his outfit or whatever.
But because he had cut it like this and then went around his head, now that tape has now got that
color on it,
on
right?
So he's like, so they jump back up. It's time, they turn. You see the light on the TV come back on,
right?
And then the guy's got his hand on his head, going, "Woo, you did." He goes, "Oh, I can't believe you did that." And he's in the microphone, and then they start going at it again. And I'm sitting there going, "What the fuck am I watching?
What kind of BS is this?" Right? Yeah.
It's like, who the hell? I'm like, what the hell's going on?
So that ruined wrestling for you, obviously.
Oh, I was like, what the hell's going on here, right? There was no internet. There wasn't anything to compare it to.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they did this weird shit, show business,
right?
Nobody knew,
right?
Like the back end, nobody got to record it,
right,
and play it on the internet, so everybody else got to see it.
Right?
No, nobody knew about it.
Right.
And this was like totally off the wall. To the point where I was pissed. I'm a little 7-8-year-old kid.
I can imagine.
Mad as hell. Yeah. Turned around and left and went outside. I got to use the restroom. And Tony's going, "Oh, you're going to miss it. Da-da-da-da-da's next." And I'm like, "It's okay. You could go ahead and watch it." Right? So I go to the bath. I pretend I'm going to the bathroom. I go get a drink of water and I go walk around the front area over there. And then I see, now I guess the next event comes up, and I see these guys coming out, and they're laughing, and they got their arms around each other. And,
the ones that were just fighting?
Yeah. And they're like, good job. I'm like, damn, now it's like a double fucking whammy.
Ruined, yeah.
Totally double fucking whammy. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So at that point, I'm like, So we get back. And of course now my sister's freaking out because I'm 7-8 years old. I'm walking around right outside the door. I'm coming back in, and something could happen to me. Of course, it did.
Right, it didn't. Thank goodness.
Like the sign says, eat more cake because it's harder to steal fat kids. Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. How many times have you ever heard of a fat kid getting like taken? Nobody wants to take the fat kid. I don't know why, but they don't want the fat kid.
Hey, whatever.
So anyway, I go back in. I'm sitting next to my sister now. The sister and my brother-in-law now. They're pissed. Where you been? Da, da, da. Tony's worried about you, and you missed this, and whoever else was coming out, Hitman, Hitler, whatever
his name was, right?
Yeah, and so, well, I don't know these guys. I'm sorry. I think it was because Sergeant Slaughter was going to be there, and that was the guy.
Oh,
that
I remember.
Because Sergeant Slaughter was on GI fucking Joe, and I love GI Joe,
right?
And that's what got me into wrestling.
Oh.
That's also what got me, but. Unfortunately, because of Sergeant Slaughter, that's also what got me out of wrestling. But I still like Sergeant Slaughter because why? He was on G.I. Joe still. So that was like, I didn't like him in wrestling. I just...
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, because of some joker playing with ketchup screwed it up for the rest of us,
Yeah.
Little jobber bastard. So anyway, that's why I don't like wrestling.
Okay.
I don't even know why we went down that.
We went down that because you were talking about James's life.
Oh yeah. So now let's get to that. Thank you for straightening out the squirrel. So now he goes and does this live event. He's like, oh yeah, you gotta go see the tiny people or whatever, the mini people,
the little people
wrestling.
Right? Yeah.
And so
which they call micro wrestling.
Yeah, micro wrestling.
Yeah.
So the the
whatever.
The VLM people.
Yes.
Vertical Lives Matter.
Yes.
So anyway, so he's recording it, and it's like there's this little guy, and you can barely see him because his head there's like he's as tall as the top rope, so like half of his head, and he's on there going, "I'm so beautiful, I'm so great, I'm so beautiful, and you guys are, and I've never been to Florida before, but you're ugly," and I'm sitting there going, "Well, I'm glad I didn't show up there." It's like, I guess it was to rile up everybody, but I didn't get it.
No.
And, maybe it's just me. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So, long and short is that, James, you can give us the video later or something, I guess. I don't know. But it was, I'm like, ugh, maybe not. Maybe next time.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
That's why we're all individuals and different, because we all like individual and different things.
And we're allowed to like individual and different. And
yes.
We like the
We're
freedom.
not fascists.
And we like the freedom of being able to say,
right.
Hey, I don't like this or you don't like that.
That's why our parents, and I'm sure that your mom says it because I've heard her say it to me when we've been in conversations about different things, not about me, but the saying of agree to disagree.
Yeah.
In other words, we're going to solve this in a calm manner, but you believe that, I believe this, end of story. And then that's fine.
But you know what? People, that's the problem with our world right now. Is that, not to get on some weird rant, but it's just like everybody is so sensitive that you're going to hurt their feelings, that they get to the point that it's all about them.
And nobody...
And America was built off of we.
Off of differences. What did you do?
I don't know. That was pretty neat. All right. So, but this world was built off of we.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like differences.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah. So the differences that you and I have, or we have with somebody else,
right?
It's okay to have those differences.
Yeah.
Because it gives
doesn't
you something
make
to talk
you
about.
right.
Imagine how boring the whole world would be if everybody just liked the same thing.
Yep.
And that's what our world's starting to become. It seems.
Well,
like.
that's what they're trying to make us become. There's a lot of people out there pushing that, but that.
Well, the problem is that, if you have a belief, that's great. I want you to have your own belief.
Right.
That's part of being in the
an
freedom
individual,
zone.
Right?
But it's like, don't push your belief on me, or don't push me to do what you believe.
Don't hate me because I don't believe what you believe,
or I don't want to do what you do.
Right. Respect the fact that we're different and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
let it go.
And I mean, there's a multitude of people out there that's, comedians get hammered by this all the time.
You're right.
The Chappelles and the Joe Rogans and all of them, they get nailed. Oh, well, he said this. Well, that's his belief. Let him have that.
Yeah.
Why not have your own, and you have yours, and that's great.
Yep.
Now leave it at that, you
know? Yeah.
Or have your little discussion and say, hey, I don't like what you like, but I'll let you ride with what you
Right.
want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, that's what, because imagine if everything was the same. It would just be, I couldn't imagine. It'd be like on those TV shows where they show the future where everybody's wearing some gray, no colored outfit that's head to toe, that's exactly the same as the guy sitting next to him.
To conform with the,
And there's nothing that, you guys
nothing that differentiates any of them, right?
So eat out of a little can like this and it just says food on it, because everything's the same.
That's not an ideal world, people.
I hope that we don't ever get to that point.
No, I hope not.
But anyway, so speaking of customizations, I have a couple things that are kind of funny.
Okay.
We're going to do them a little bit later, which is the license tag thing. I told you I was going to do it.
Yep.
I've been holding it.
You've been collecting
for about a month.
Okay.
I've got a couple people that have donated a couple, but most of them are mine.
Okay.
And I think they're all pretty funny. But we'll get into those in a few minutes.
That'll work. Yeah.
I want to make sure that now that we're started up and rolling, buzziolife.com.
Yes.
Please go visit our affiliate.
Yes.
It does every day. Now, they did not buy this for me.
We bought it, and then we realized they had an affiliate program.
Ice cold, just like it was before. All right? So, buzziolife.com. There's nothing like it. And the funny part is there's so much. I didn't realize how much cheaper they were than some of the bigger brands too. There's a couple other brands out there, like on Amazon. They're like $40. This one here is like $22 with all the extra goodies.
Yep.
22, 24.
Yeah,
so,
it's affordable
and with
for
your
sure.
10% off, that takes it down to 22. Why not?
Yes.
And you get free shipping, and if they give you a discount for buying it online.
Yes, they do.
For Christmas time, gotta do it. Speaking of Christmas presents, Toys for Tots, at gotoghetto.com. Find you a dealership, drop off a nice new toy.
Yes.
And or bike or whatever. And that's awesome because every kid deserves toys, and that's the only reason why I'm advertising. They don't pay me for it. They don't do anything for me for it. It's just basically because I want to see every kid have a toy for Christmas.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to see a kid without a toy? I don't care how icky, sticky, or whatever they are. So, then next. And then last one. Well, we're not going to go through super affiliates, but we got Brian Ambrose and Ambrose Home Services.
Ambrose Home Services, right.
And they got
He's
the
on
epoxy
Facebook?
tables.
Yes.
My boy Brian, he's awesome. I can tell you right now, I can attest, the guy can fix anything. He's pretty impressive in my book, and you gotta try him out if you just need something and you don't want to hire a contractor or
go through all the
BS or go through a big company that you're gonna pay a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
So
he has realtors and stuff that call him all the time to come in and fix stuff. So that says something.
So, and it's not like he's just some podunk guy.
Exactly.
So anyway,
it's not just somebody out there to take your money. He's actually good at what he does.
And then on top of that, so now let's go on this. I'm going to go make a video probably tomorrow or do a live podcast or something. The new Kia store, Ghetto's new Kia store, is opening on 41.
Yes.
And we like to go to brand new shit.
Yeah.
And the Kia store, I gotta say, because I've been working in it, is interesting because it's kind of funny because it's called Kia, but it looks like a dealership has been mixed with IKEA because at normal dealerships, they got the same chairs in the lounge and the same tables, something that's all kind of something.
Oh yeah, like if you go into one place, you've gone into them all kind of thing. Yeah, not
and
there,
this one here is really neat. It's all glassed in. Ooh. And everything's fresh and open and wide and it's just a whole nother experience just to even go into the building.
So it's more of a relaxing experience than
and on top of that, they're one of the few dealerships because they're opening brand new that's going to has 3 of the new EV6s, which is the new electric.
They were advertising those on the FIFA, the World Cup.
On the FIFA?
Yep.
but nobody has them. That's the big crazy part about it.
Oh.
And so Kia's going to have 3 of them in the showroom on day 1, which is Monday, Tuesday.
Cool.
So
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll go show you a video of the building and stuff right before they open up, so you can get like we did with Del Taco.
Yeah.
See what you guys think of it.
Yeah.
And maybe go look at a couple of the different cars too. Maybe the EV6 for all we know.
Right. That'd be cool.
So now let's get into other things. I heard that you had a experience today at Target. That I thought that everybody should hear about.
I have so much fun going to Target for a number of reasons.
The humanity.
A number of reasons, all right? If I need to feel good or bad about myself, it's almost like a Walmart visit, but different.
But what you guys have to understand is that this Target is like in the it's like borderline hood of Bradenton. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the humanity around said Target makes it almost more interesting than a Walmart visit. Is all I'm going to say.
Yes. So we're walking in. Kendall and I decided to go because we needed some items, and we're walking in, and I hear this like smack, and then clearly somebody hit something, right? And I turn and look to see a relatively new Escalade. Couldn't have been more than a couple years old because it had those long tail lights, that changed what, couple years ago?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Right. So it had those style tail lights. This lady, okay, didn't bump, didn't tap, didn't like, oh my gosh, I hit that, let me back up. No. She ran the freaking thing over.
Oh,
the thing in the middle of the driveway that's like, hey, use caution, pedestrians and shit. It's like it's got like little styrofoam feet and a little white sign about yay wide. Yeah. And it stands about as high as a child does. Yeah. So she ran it over, y'all. Ran it over. And then she had it half run over. She stopped. Kendall's looking. I'm laughing because I think it's funny as hell that this lady fucked up that Cadillac with that sign. And I'm ha ha ha, right? Like, that's awesome. This lady's looking at me and her eyes are like this. And I'm like, you hit the sign, dummy, and I just turn around and walk in, and she proceeds to continue to run over the sign, turn. She parks way down on the end, and she's coming into Target, too.
Well, it's just, people these days and their driving habits are so weird.
I mean...
And none of them have a sense to them whatsoever.
Right, but I mean, we're not talking... This didn't happen Black Friday, bum rush craziness.
It's just that
this was today.
I think it's because we notice shit a little more than the average bear.
Maybe.
And if you want to notice shit in your life, I'm going to tell you how to do it. Get a podcast. Because at that point...
Everything becomes content.
You are looking...
You're looking for any and content. Everything. Yeah, true.
And so...
I'm thinking about investing in one of those body cam things.
So the long and short of it is it's just like, you just start noticing things that you never did notice before whatsoever.
Everything becomes a subject.
And you start being more awake to...
and
I
aware.
don't call it woke.
Aware
of everything going on around your surroundings to the point that you realize... And it makes everything that much funnier.
Yes,
I mean, literally
that's exactly right. I couldn't stop laughing. I was dying laughing walking into the store, and I was like, we were getting a couple heavy items, so I'm like, I'm gonna get a cart because I don't want to tote the crap through the store. So as I'm getting the cart, and I'm purposely taking my time because I want to see, is this lady gonna pull this Cadillac down the row and check the fender to see what damage she did, or is she parking to come in? Nope, she was parking to come in. The minute I confirmed that, boop, I was gone. I was like, let's just go get our stuff and.
Well, the thing that I always see is just like, and it's with everything. And it's kind of funny because I don't get mad at shit
Right.
as much as I laugh at shit. And I think
Yeah.
I really piss off people.
Right.
because,
I think I do that too.
Here's a good example, okay? A day ago, going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kimmy comes out and she says goodbye to me before I take off in the car.
Yep.
And there's a guy hauling ass down the road, which I don't notice him until like right before he almost took out the front of my car.
Yeah, he was humming.
And he's humming. And so I start to
Definitely
pull out.
not doing the posted speed limit of 25.
He was
Definitely not.
doing 50, 60 mile an hour down the road.
He was at least 50, yeah.
And so when I went to pull out, now he's starting to slam on his brakes. He's hitting his horn.
And then he yells jerk at you.
And he's cussing me.
Yeah.
So we look at him and we start laughing.
Right.
And he doesn't know what to say.
Right.
So now he gets mad.
He's name calling.
And
right.
now he's calling me asshole
right.
and everything else. And he's pointing out the window and
right.
and Kimmy's like, and what made it funny is we both were looking at us at the same time and we're laughing like,
right.
And he looks at Kim like she's very confused. She's not getting mad at this point.
Right.
And she's like, "You're such a dumbass. You're cussing me, and the name of your company is on the back
of your truck." Yeah, exactly.
It's like
I think that turned the light bulb on in his tiny
and then all of a
mind.
sudden he went. You could just hear a ding.
Yeah.
And he turned the corner.
Right.
And at that point,
like,
he didn't want to have nothing else to do with us.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what was funny was that when I went to leave, of course, he gets stuck at the stop sign down the street.
Right.
So I'm behind him. So now...
Did you antagonize him a little? Was
so
that
like,
you
beep,
honking?
Beep, beep, hey, how you doing?
Right, yeah.
I'm waving at him. And then so he goes to take off, and now he's trying to get away.
Sure.
The irony that he's going the same damn direction I'm going in.
Oh, my Lord.
And he goes to... Because he doesn't want me to be... behind him.
Right.
So he goes into this Dunkin' Donuts, like as soon as he turns the corner, goes in Dunkin' Donuts. Well,
okay, so like an immediate left and then an immediate right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where it gets funny because he knows I'm stuck at the light.
Yeah.
So he's going to go do this little zigzag because now he looks up in front and the road's blocked because there's a freaking school bus.
Yeah.
And everybody stopped both sides of the road.
Yep.
And nobody can go anywhere. And he doesn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
So then he pulls back in front.
Mm-hmm.
And now he thinks that he's like...
He's bypassed you?
He's bypassed me. Well, the lady that's in front of me in this big-ass van gets in the next lane. Now I'm right behind him all over again.
Oh, jeez.
So I actually have the video of him just trying to get away.
Right.
And it's like...
That's awesome.
It's like... I wasn't...
Yeah.
I promise you, I wasn't chasing him. It was on the way to McDonald's.
It was just purely
that's where I was going,
right?
And it just happened to be the same
happened
direction
to be
he was
right.
going
Yeah.
in. So,
that's awesome.
I thought that was...
Which is very interesting that he went that way because then why, if he was coming from 26th Street, why cut down our road and hit 53rd?
He wasn't. He was trying to go straight, I think.
He thought you were going straight too, and he figured if he turned, you'd go straight.
And the light was sitting there, and it was
that
like it was really backed up. So he
so he jumped over thinking, I gotcha.
So I thought that was
okay. That makes more sense.
Wherever he zigged, is where I zigged. Wherever he zagged,
how convenient or inconvenient for him.
It was really
So like my Target escapades, they can be ornery from time to time. I have a red long sleeve shirt that I like to wear. It looks nice on me. You know. Don't wear that when you go to Target.
Why?
Well, apparently when you wear a red, decent-looking shirt and you go to Target, then people automatically assume you work there. And with that assumption comes all sorts of excuse me, and every once in a while I get into this like asshole kind of mood. And I just don't want to be bothered. I want to go in, I want to pick up whatever it is I'm in there for, and I want to go. That's why I usually do the express pickup, because I figure, that's easier. Oh. So I had some lady chase me around the store the time before that. She was, excuse me, and then she's bitching at the dude that's with her. I can't believe she won't pay attention to me. I said, excuse me, 4 times. And it's like... why do you deserve an answer from me? I don't work there. I've got, my stuff. I'm, clearly shopping. What the heck? So, yeah. So I do that from time to time.
So now what's also, well, see, you are One Direction, and this just shows you how differences attract. Because see, what I do is a whole different thing. I put my headphone in, my Beats, and I go in there, and I just do what I seen this on a YouTube video once, and I'm like, I'm doing it every time.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm by myself, I'll walk through there, and there'll be somebody standing there, and I'm like, yeah, I really want one of those, but I don't know what it's about. And the guy next to me is like, well, if you did it, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking to me? I'm on the phone. And he's like, it totally shuts him down. It's like, oh. He's like, oh, now, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were on the phone. I'm like, I was on the phone.
Okay, now I gotta try that. Maybe with the red shirt on too.
That makes it more fun. I think the red shirt would probably make it more fun because now you
look like an asshole employee.
Now you look like the employee, and you're sitting there going, yeah, if I had 5 more of these, I would really like it.
Right.
Or man, I wouldn't have to, man, somebody needs to stock these shelves a little better.
I wish this store had a ladder.
Yeah, I wish we had a ladder. I could get to this a lot easier. And then the guy, just see what these other people are going to say to you.
I think I'll do it.
Yeah, the best is when you start asking a question.
Right.
But you make sure you word it so it sounds like you're talking to somebody, but you're not talking to them.
Uh-huh.
Like. I've never used this toothpaste before, but I think I should try it out this time because it says it's really refreshing right on the box. And then the guy will look over and goes, oh, it does. And you just keep going, yeah. And it goes, so I might buy some of this, but I'm not exactly sure. I wish maybe I should get another opinion. And then the guy goes, well, I've used that before and I didn't particularly like it. But I'm like, excuse me, what are you talking about? Oh, I didn't realize you're on the phone. It's good times.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Well, there you go.
See, that's how you handle people in the.
That's brilliant.
If you got to deal with them. See, the way I look at it is, people when they get a phone call that they don't want, they dodge it. When they see somebody that they don't want to talk to, they dodge it. And sometimes.
Oh no, I have the answer for the phone calls that aggravate me.
Oh, the best.
Doesn't matter if they're calling and I'm not at work. I go, I'm sorry, I'm at work. Click.
Yeah,
that's all I do.
But that's dodging.
They don't call back.
See, but you don't get enjoyment then. You have to get enjoyment out of it.
I enjoy hanging up.
You got to get enjoyment out of life.
Yeah,
like
this is true.
Like you go in. Say somebody calls you that's on a like this one of those wanting to buy something.
Yeah.
It
I get the benevolent
right
people trying to call me all the time.
You go, hello? And they go, hi, this is da-da-da. Do you have a social security? Hold on a second. We'll put you right through. And I pause it. I mute it. I go, hey, this is Sammy Seed on 93.3 FLZ. What? Do you have the answer or not? You are caller number 10. And then you're like, the guy's on the other phone. And then one time I had this guy on the phone for 15 minutes and I just ran out of material. So I hung up on him. Because
great.
He's like, what can I win? What's the commercial? What's the advertisement? What am I going to get? And it's like I'm pulling the shit out of my ass at this time. I'm like, this guy's making me work for this.
Right.
Yeah, he's really making me work for it.
Right. So like he's swallowed the line, right? He swallowed the bait. Yeah.
And I'm reeling him in like every 2 feet.
Yeah.
And he just is sitting there swimming to my
like,
pole.
Woohoo, right.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's like, do you know who was on the front of the Beatles album where they're walking across the road?
Right.
And it's like, can you name at least one of the Beatles? Come on, you've got 10 seconds. And the guy's like, and you hear him in the background, an Indian, George that was calling you.
Right.
Hello, this is George.
Right.
Is in the background going. And it's like, John Lennon, you won. You won the prize. You won the free tickets. And all you have to do is come down here and pick them up. And he's like, click. And it's like,
oh, jeez.
or the guy that like one of those guys, I got him on there, and I'm like, here's the free tickets. I need you to tell me which album this singer was for. And he goes, all right, tell me the album. Bend Over. What? Bend Over. Bend Over. Yeah. Bend Over. And then you go. Then you go into the Indian cursing. Ben Chode. He goes, excuse me. Ben Chode. And I just called him a sister fucker, in his own language.
Right.
And he's like, click. It's like,
right, yeah.
But you know what?
They don't call you back.
No, what's funny is that they're so mad they hang up and they forget to take me off their list. That the first thing that happens is when they call me back, and another day I see the same number. I go, hello, and they go, and it's like, click. It's like, I ain't fucking with this guy. And then another thing to do, if you ever want to mess with people like that, there's a couple. Look up, just go into Google and say a credit card generator.
Okay.
And it will give you a credit, and it gives you a generator, and it gives you a false credit card number with a false expiration and a name and an address and everything.
Oh my God.
And so you get these people on the phone, and it's like, yeah, sure, I'll buy it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you need my credit card number to return that stuff? Sure. Hold on a second. Click, click, click. But you have to be careful because the generator doesn't realize people don't get credit cards past, like, that don't expire in 3 years. And that's what killed me. I had this guy on the line. He was on there for like 10, 15 minutes. He was feeling good because he was getting some credit card numbers from Mr. Old Man himself.
Oh God.
And so he's like, I'm like, all right, here's the number. And he's like, okay, he goes, okay, give me the expiration date. And I'm like 5/29. He's like, excuse me, was it 5/29? He goes, did you say 29? He goes, yeah. He goes, oh, you almost got me, you motherfucker. Click. I'm like, I didn't know that, so I had to look it up. What was the big deal about it?
Right.
I find out they don't give them
3
past
years.
3 years, so
Right.
you got to make sure that it's 3 years of age.
3 years, yeah.
Oh, so anyway.
Okay.
All right, so
between that, right, and then like you're in the store, and I encounter it more when we go to like home improvement stores. Like we were at Lowe's,
right,
and somebody was like, "Hey, where are the light bulbs?" And they were asking somebody that had the little blue vest, clearly worked for Lowe's. And so if I happened to know, which I knew, I'm like, "Oh, just go right down there." And the guy's like, "Oh, thanks. I work in tools." And I'm like, "Then you should walk right fucking by the light bulbs, but whatever."
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's a difference between being helpful. See, you're being helpful.
Mhm.
They're being then there's the overly helpful guy.
Right.
And I don't know what it is about the overly helpful guy. It's the guy that's the contractor.
Yeah.
He's dirty. He's been out in the sun all day. He's been sweaty, and he's eating a salami sandwich because that's what he smells like.
Right.
His breath smells like pure lunch meat.
Yeah.
And he's got the
And
meat
cigarettes.
sweats and
Yeah.
cigarettes and,
Right.
and soda.
Yeah.
And he wants to be the close talker that's going to take
Right.
you to
That's
the
like
light
right
bulbs.
there.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's not
Oh,
gonna-
come with me.
Yeah, he's not going to say, hey, around the corner, right there.
Right. Yeah.
there
You
they
can't
are.
miss
He's
him.
gonna go,
Right. Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
How you doing? Hi. How's everything? You know what? I know where the light bulbs are at. Let's go get them together. Here, let's go. What are you doing today? Oh, you just give the light bulbs? Okay. You need anything else with a light bulb? And then he takes you over there. There's these LED ones, and there's the other ones,
Right.
And then he's
then oh, and if you buy these LED ones, you can use this programmer, and then you can set them up to your phone.
And look, I can hold on a second. Let me
I'll show you,
right? Let me put it right on your phone here. There it is. See, look, you can try it out right here. Watch.
Yes.
It's like that is the guy that's overly helpful. And then after you've decided what you're buying and you put it in a thing, you think he's going to leave.
No.
No. And, oh, man, I tell you what, it's been a rough day today. I've been out there sweating my balls all day. I had to take a shit in this bathroom. You wouldn't believe the bathroom that I just had. And it's like telling you every fucking story.
He's telling you his life story.
Oh,
right.
he's telling you every story. It's like, you can tell this is the one lone carpenter that works by himself.
And there's a reason.
And there's a reason because nobody else wants to talk to him. Why? Because he's smelly, sweaty, and he smells like salami and cigarettes all day. So the overly helpful guy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's like, just come on over here, and he's like pulling you over. But I just hate when and I don't know what is with people in the close talking thing.
Well, yeah, I've encountered a few of those. I used to work with somebody that was like that, and I'd have to like back up a little bit.
But they're not trying to flirt with you.
No, it's just I don't know if maybe it's like a vision issue or what.
It's like if this was like my space right here.
Yeah, they're like on top of you, like
right
the microphone.
Here where this microphone is.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah, my computer over there. It's
like you can count the pores
on
their forehead.
You can't talk to them because you're so focused on their forehead that you're sitting there going,
right.
This guy's
you're
like right
please
here.
Please don't kiss me.
It's like well, can we at least go on a date first before I start hanging out with you this close?
Right, exactly. So that's
Then
that makes life fun.
And then I don't know. And see, those guys are really horrible. And I know you don't like these type of people, but I kind of like them better in some ways, in some ways not. And that is the guys that just don't fucking say a word. And that's when you go up and go, hey, you know where light bulbs are at? Hi, how you doing? It's like, and the guy's just like sitting there, and the motherfucker sees you, and he's like I'm talking right here, and he's like, hey man, how you doing? If I don't look at him, he won't.
Right? Yeah, maybe it'll go away if I don't look at him.
If I don't look at him, he will go. He said, I swear in his head, he's just talking about over and over again. If I don't look at him, he will go away.
Right.
He's still talking. He's starting to scare me now because he is still talking to me.
Right.
He's still asking me the same damn question.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I don't know where your goddamn light bulbs are.
I don't know where. It's like, damn it! If you want LED light bulbs, go ask that guy in the blue outfit over there.
Right,
okay, just leave me the fuck alone. Then you have those, and then you have the other guy.
Well, then you also have talkative strangers.
No, talkative strangers aren't too bad because I'll talk to anybody.
I will too.
But the ones I don't like is the how you doing. He doesn't want to fucking know what I'm doing.
Right? Yeah. He doesn't care how you're doing.
But here's where the problem comes in. It's like here he is walking by. Hey, how you doing? And it's like and
fucking
before
by.
you say hi, he's gone.
Yep.
It's like, why did you say how you're doing?
Right.
That just drives me nuts because it's like you feel like you just need to say something back.
Right.
It's like I just want to go chase him down. Like
that's like. When we were kids, I know, I mean, I'm sure you had the same experience because our parents were similar ages. But if you were in the grocery store and, you're with your parents and you're looking at the macaroni and somebody walks in front of you, right? They would say, pardon me, or excuse me, or whatever. And they would walk by. And that was the polite thing to do. Now, everybody's so like COVID fearful or
Yeah.
whatever, or just assholes. I don't know what their problem is. Antisocial monkeys. They're just right fucking by.
But it's because it's back to it takes us back to the beginning of the show, and it's about how
they're all fascists.
No, everybody is for themselves these days because it's gotten to the point that everybody is so enamored.
What's going on here?
I'm dancing.
Looks like it. It's like the screen's frozen.
It is. It is green. Here, let's put something else on the screen and see if it comes up.
You couldn't have.
I'm dancing. Dancing machine.
Like your mouth's not moving.
Oh, look right here. Look, there's some. It's almost like the cat comes out every couple of seconds right there in between.
I know.
Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to see if I can make it like jar itself.
Can you like make it less? Take it off and then take it.
Yeah, here we do
Take
that.
that eyeball and then eyeball it again. It's creepy. You're a bobblehead. Sam's a real life bobblehead. Check this shit out. I don't know if that's live or what, but you are on Memorex.
No, what's funny is that you're okay.
I'm okay and you're a bobblehead. I now sit next to a bobblehead, and no one's ever going to believe me, so I'm recording.
Look, I'm moving behind me. Look, there's my arm. That's what's it. Look, watch. Oh, come over here. Hi. Hi to myself. I'm hiding behind myself. I just peek him out. I can't breathe. Oh, fuck. Oh. Hello. Can I grab my own hat, Jesse? That's you. Jesse, go back to me.
Well, so I wanted to bring up one other thing because I know we're coming to the end of our time.
No, we'll just run it. We'll run it, but here, we'll fix this. I got an idea.
Okay, you fix it. I thought you were gonna make me get used to bobblehead there for a minute.
All right, so
My sister has a chicken named Bobblehead.
Okay, so we're gonna do a here. Will it move?
No.
What the hell? It's
I don't
weird.
know.
Oh, here on. Let's go back up here. Slide. That's weird. It won't go anywhere. Oh gosh, that's horrible. Can I make it bigger?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just trying to do something with it. Things I can't not. All right. So let's.
Sam's a bobblehead.
Here, I got an idea. Here, hold on. What? Here, we'll put it on this side. There you go. Okay. Hello. I'll pretend I'm just not here.
Oh my god.
All right. So.
You ooly.
So let's do some of
some of your tags.
I promise I do the tags. And so when we were I've been chasing these things down.
I see your arm moving. Is it back?
I don't know. Let's see. Nope.
Nope. Forget it.
I just put you over here. You can be in front of the show for a minute. So
You get his voice and me.
I can't even imitate.
So move the plate over so that at least it's.
I
Yeah.
tried.
Oh, you can't.
It won't.
It won't let you. It's frozen. Too much shit on the screen.
Okay, here. Let's do it this way. I'm gonna stop the recording. Maybe they'll reset things. Something just happened. Nope. You're by yourself. So anyway, you can hear me in the background. I'll be your guy in the back.
Great.
So I've been pulling these tags for a while, and so like this one here, you ugly.
You ugly.
You ugly. Yes, no.
Is it supposed to be you ugly?
You ugly. You ugly. But I don't know. I was like, all you're doing is missing a G. You ugly. Oh, that's neat. Go away. Okay, so now we'll do the next one. This one I thought was funny as hell. It looks like I'm 5'9" and bi. It's like, or it could be I'm 59 and bi and I live in the villages.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I'm 5'9".
There's no picture of the antenna, so we don't know which way she
you.
swings.
Yeah, we don't know which way. Well,
Right.
Well, we know she's bi and she's
Right.
59.
There you go.
So that was one that I thought was hilarious. This one's pissing me off. I'd be pissing me off. Pissing.
Yep.
And then this is the one I advertised before.
Oh, right. You were at McDonald's.
It's not the
Licking
letters.
Ohio.
It's Licking Ohio.
Yep.
Let's go do some licking in Ohio.
Licking, yeah.
So that was the first group of them.
Yeah.
And now the second group, because they were turning sideways and shit on me.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
Bitcoin.
hey, look, we can move this one around. Yay.
Ooh, that's good.
So we'll just make it bigger on the screen. So
I think it says Bitcoin.
well, it says Bitcoin, but to me it looks
like
bitchin'.
Bitchin'.
It's like that's a Florida bitchin' endless summer.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
So got bitchin', and to go with the bitchin', see if it's gonna be automated or if I'm gonna have to go to the next page on its own. So we have bitchin'. We just having all sorts of discrepancies today. There we go. The rich bitch.
Rich bitch. Yeah.
Now
I'm sure that's supposed to be somebody's initials,
yeah,
but yeah.
But it was just funny because it says rich, and then you got sexy.
Sexy.
Got sexy. Watch
Yeah.
out. Sexy.
Yeah.
So rich bitch had a logo on her car that talked about tutoring, and I'm like, you're so broke, you're tutoring, people
Right.
in the
Yeah.
hood.
Right.
Then we have sexy.
Sexy.
Let's see if it goes to another one. I don't know if there's another one or not. I'm kind of frozen on the. I'm kind of frozen over there in the moment.
You're
Anyway.
a bobblehead.
So anyway, so sexy, bitchin', and rich bitch were the tags that I found as of late.
Nice.
I thought I would put
Yeah.
them out there.
Right.
So, and sexy, by the way, was in a Taco Bell drive-through.
Okay.
So I highly doubt whatever sexy looks like is not so sexy.
Yeah. Well,
So anyway,
it's what you think, I guess.
it's what you thinking about, what you feeling.
Yep.
Feeling for a flavor of Pringles. Am I frozen still? Yep,
Right.
I'm still over there.
Damn devils.
Yeah, this
So my shirt is from a place called. You can't see it on that arm, duh.
I was gonna say, isn't it on the other arm?
Yeah, it's on the other arm. I'll just do that. It's from Warrior 12. Warrior XII is Warrior 12. It's a very cool company. And I bought this shirt. I call it my pirate shirt.
Arr.
Yes, because it has a quote from Blackbeard.
Arr.
And I wash my stuff before I wear it. And so I took it out of the package, and I noticed there was the tiniest little, I mean, it was this big.
What was this big?
A little hole.
You didn't say a hole. You said it was this big. You never said what it was.
Tiniest little, and it, when I say hole, it was clearly like a manufacturing defect of the T-shirt.
It
like
was horrible.
It didn't, it wasn't, it wasn't sewn together, which is, I'm addressing it. I'm getting it fixed. But I contacted the company through email, and I got an email the very next day that said, "Hey, we're very sorry to hear that. We're sending you a replacement. Just keep that one."
They're going to send you a replacement.
So no,
right.
So they did. So they sent me the same the same one. So now I have a backup. So that's the front.
And look, it even comes with chest hair.
And that's the back. That's the Blackbeard quote that I like so much. And I like the little compass symbol on the side.
Compass.
And their logo, the company of the Warrior 12. So if you're in the market for some cool shirts, they have a lot of neat ones. Some are political, some are not, but very awesome company.
But they will make sure you don't get a horrible shirt.
And hey, I'm like super impressed with them. Like I recommend them.
100%.
Yes. And it's a good quality shirt. Like I had a good one that something happened to it, so I had to replace it, and so the replacement came in and it was an imperfection, and they made it right. And that's commendable, because a lot of places are like, whatever, F off, and they don't really care. So that's important to me. And that's it. That's all I have. You're still a bobblehead, so you're just like entertaining yourself now.
Can I get one of them shirts?
I don't think it'll fit you. It's my size.
I am shaking in my boots.
All right. I think we need to end this.
We're gonna end this now. I have burnt out the camera shaky, whatever the hell that is. It's even on it's on the camera. It's not the computer. It's the camera, because I can see the camera. I've never seen a camera where you can be functional over here, and I cannot be functional over here. It's like, that's fucking crazy.
It's kind of creepy.
It is. It's really creepy. It's like, what the fuck?
So good night, everybody.
Good night, and don't shake in your boots.
Yeah, right. Don't become a bobblehead.
Yep. And most important, what did we say?